Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another edition of Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And that done refers to the creation, uploading, and self-publication of a brand new book by January 1st, 2021. Well, actually, the book won't be published then. The final press-ready files will be uploaded to Kindle's direct publishing platform on that very day, January 1st of 2021. Why? Because I've been working on that book for, let's see, how many consecutive days so far? Today's the 10th, the 11th. Okay, so that's 188. This will be my 188th consecutive day, except for 2 days where I was deathly ill, working on this book every single night since Friday, March 5th of 2020. Yeah, that's what I need to do to get this book done. I got to come down here every single night and work on it, moving it forward in one form or another. And some nights that's editing, some nights it's writing, some nights it's designing, some nights it's procrastinating, as I don't really want to work on stuff. But tonight, I'm actually going to grab a pull quote from one of my podcast episodes with a woman named Dana Sanchez. Now, Dana Sanchez and I met at Social Media Marketing World, and we hit it off really well. And she was a really interesting guest on the Nonfiction Brand podcast. And I actually want to go into that podcast, transcribe it, and then grab a big quote, 75 to 150 words of her own words describing her own situation, what I call the worst day of her life that led to the dream business she didn't know she wanted. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. And sneeze I did. Oh, it's those fall allergies. They're starting to come out. Anyway, Dana Sanchez, cool woman, and someone I definitely want to tap into. So I'm actually going to show you this because it's an application that Stephanie Liu told me about. And, the incredible Stephanie Liu, who's taught me a metric boatload ton of stuff about live streaming. And one day she suggested, hey, DP, do you know Descript.com? And I went, no. And she told me about it, and it looks a little something like this. So Descript, come on, where are you? Cancel. Oh, I got the wrong thing set up. How about that? I want current application. There you go. This is the Mac OS client for Descript, which is actually an AI that transcribes audio and does a pretty good job. They say it's 96% accurate. I think that's probably about right. But anyway, what I'm going to do is just simply drag a file into Descript. It'll add that file, and then it'll ask me, I want to detect speakers, and there are 2 speakers in there, myself and Dana, and then I'm going to hit transcribe. And it's going to churn its way through the audio. It's detected speakers, which is very cool. This week on the Nonfiction Brand podcast. Okay, so that was me.
I was listening to Conan O'Brien's podcast yesterday.
This is Dana.
And he was talking to Mike Myers about working on SNL. And
so you can see it's already starting to transcribe. The conversation, and it's also already adding the names of the people in there. How cool is that? And it's doing it in real time. So, oh, I grabbed the wrong thing. Oh, dang it. I just wasted some of my free stuff. Okay, I'm going to add a new one. It's actually this one right here. Hold on, I think I got to do this. Yeah, new composition. There we go. Now I can drag the whole podcast episode in here. And it will go through and do exactly what I just said it would do. It's going to detect speakers. Again, I'm entering 2. And then I'm hitting transcribe, which it will do. Again, your transcript will be ready in a few minutes. And pretty soon it's going to ask me to identify speakers again, which I will gladly do because this is a really cool setup. So also, I wanted to mess around with my little picture-in-picture window and see if I like going tall better. Yeah, zooming out just a tad. Pan and zoom. And then maybe make it just a little bit bigger because then I can look at you and you can see me. All right, so now I can identify speakers.
Well, that's very interesting that you picked up on that because.
Well, yeah. Oops. Dang it. That messed up. User error. I'm not going to blame the application for that because that was all me. Yeah, it thinks everything was Dana. It's not. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly pan through this or work through this. All right, so what? I'm going to grab all this stuff. Yeah, maybe not. So yeah, I brush my teeth. Actually, percent dupia. Sure. Muster up to surfacing. All right, I'm grabbing all this stuff, and I'm going to have to definitely trim it in here, get rid of the highlighting. Oops. And that's the whole point. A big part of writing is actually editing. Episode number what? It's episode number 93. right, so there's a ton of stuff in here, and I guess, got up and I got showered and I went out. And at the time, I was working a small market, producing 90% clients. Obligation of my clients. And so I went out and I just started visiting one client after another. Basically, I told them that I had 7 great years. And one really crappy day, which is kind of a lie, honestly, because I had several crappy days, but I didn't want him, you know. I didn't want to put them in a bad light. And I said, you know, I believe that they made the best decision that they could with the information they had, and that they were going to be well taken care of. Yeah. I just wanted them to know the reason why I wasn't abandoning them. What are you doing now? But I want to do an excellent job for just a few. I could do a pretty good job. So I said, ideally, I don't want to work for the other radio station. You know what? It was a greenhouse, actually. Before Mother's Day, or 2 weeks before Mother's Day. Which is like their Christmas, you know. You know what, Dana? That I can delete and use the good old ellipsis. That would be perfect. So I thought, So I was still in survival mode. And so I told them. They said, we really need this. I said, well, let me put together a business plan. And then after me. Just needed 10 clients. 500 a month. You know what? But I never actually. But I never actually had 10 clients give me $10 for that. But that was just. But that was. I chunk it out. just to start. So I was doing that. And they hired me. They were my first client. Oops. And then he was so mad. Appreciated that. I want to hire you. And I said, no, Ken, you don't want it. And he goes, no, I want to be your first. I said, wow. Then he said again. From there. Okay, that's a lot of words there. So one of the cool things about Scrivener is it gives you a running word count. So this section right now is 1,757 words. I just want to see how big this quote is. And actually, I'll grab it from the quote parts. That's about 948 words. I got to go through that and edit it. So I'm going to keep this with a yellow, meaning that I need to read through it carefully and closely to make sure it's doing its thing. And I'm going to move that up right about there. Yeah, I keep messing around. One of the cool things about the application I'm using to actually broadcast this out, it's called Ecamm Live, and it's a Mac-based or Mac OS-based application. Sorry, Windows guys. They only do it for Mac. But it's a really great mini broadcast studio in an application, and I really love it. Still playing around with it a lot because there's a lot to it, and it can be a little challenging at times, but that's okay because anything that's powerful is worth learning and learning well. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this long 301 day live stream thing. I wanted to burn the fear of live streaming out of me, and I think that's kind of worked because right now I feel no shame or fear of doing this live because literally I've done it 188 nights so far. So that's it. Anyway, I think I'm done for tonight. You know, it's a Friday night. I got some good work in here. I need to go through this closely and cut out a bunch of this stuff, edit it out. But it's still looking okay. I do want to do a very quick from title page. This is another cool Scrivener feature. From title page to bio, which is the very back of the book. it will now do a word count and give me a word count. And I'm figuring, based on how I'm formatting this book, that I'm going to be able to get about 300 words a page. So right now it's at 50,583 words divided by 300 equals, that's 168 pages. But actually, when this compiles down into a 6-inch by 9-inch book, I bet, hold on, I'm going to see. Let's just see that clear. I think it might be more like 250 pages. So let's see. That's 50,583 divided by 250 equals, yeah, 202. That's much closer to the word count that I get in Word, because I'm going to be doing the final formatting in Microsoft Word, which I only am going to use because it's got good, it's got pretty good table of contents. I don't know that I'm going to have a index at the back of the book. I think that's a little bit overkill, but we'll see. And I think right now I'm at about 230 pages, 240 pages, probably. And I don't want to go much longer than that. So this book might be getting done faster than I think. And that's good because, let's see, I've got a couple more people that I want to definitely have in the book. Ooh, let's do this. Since you guys are here, hold on. Let's go back to Scrivener. Let's see if I can find a good photo of Christian Small. Momentum Golf. Let's see what comes up. Images. Christian Small, Sydney. Why don't we go to Momentum Golf AU and see if I can find a good picture. Oh, that's a pretty good picture. Oh. Let's see. Oh, see, he's got all his pictures are. Let's see. Oh, that's a good picture. I want to grab this photo, Christian. You've not made it easy for me. Yeah. Does he really? Come on. Tools. I'm going to look for a large. Christian Small Golf Tip. See, that's the problem. He's got his images all locked up, so I can't steal them easily. I mean, I can't borrow them. I can't acquire them easily. Momentum Golf AU. I can do this. And just is layered learning. I'm going to do this. And I just grab it right below. And drag it right in there. And I want to scale image down to 300, which will get us to 160 dpi. That's not really great, but let's go to 250, which makes it 192. Okay. Oops. There we go. And I can ask Christian for the bigger one. I will email him right now. Hold on. Christian, you yourself on your website of you sitting on a bench in a blue shirt looking to camera. You send me a copy of the highest resolution JPEG PNG or TIFF file that you have of it. Thanks in advance. By the way, your episode number 2 comes out this coming American Monday, Australia, Tuesday. All right. So hopefully he'll send me a photo. Hopefully he'll send me this photo and I'll be able to use it in the book. Let's save his picture to Control D desktop. Book graphics. Go. Create. Christian small PNG. Save. And let me just see what that looks like. Did it save it as a smaller file? so I can do this. Tools, adjust color, because this is going to be in grayscale. I want to optimize it for grayscale. And that means get rid of the saturation and pop up the contrast. All right, so that'll be a save W, plug it in there, and you will see, yep. That actually might work. It might work. Because that will be 192 DPI, which is not perfect. But horizontal. Oop. Dang it. 250. Could probably go 200. Get that DPI up, because 300 DPI will look good in the book. And I got to do a lot of formatting with this, so that's cool. Christian. Check story transcript. Oh, that'd be the other one. All right, this is check story. Yeah, so there's another story that gets plugged in here. Cool. So I'm done. Yep, I'm done for tonight. You know, I got some significant movement forward on the book. Feeling good about that. Things continue to be developing the way I hope it would. I still have 113 days left to go, so I still have plenty of time to get this book done. But I couldn't do it without you, because you're the ones who keep me hammering on, because I made a commitment to you and thereby made a commitment to myself to actually do this. And so I just have to say thank you very much for helping me out with this. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which a new episode is going to be coming out this Monday with Christian Small, the golf pro from Sydney, Australia, who's got a really great story to tell about how getting out there and sharing of himself had somebody write him a check, or actually a charity in his name, for $10,000. Yeah, pretty cool. So you're definitely going to want to hear that. You can get the Nonfiction Brand podcast anywhere podcasts are free. So just search Nonfiction Brand and you will see it. That's it for me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, theme music, take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.